At the edge of a quiet valley lived a boy who believed the sky was closer to him than to anyone else. Every day, his dog followed him everywhere, unaware this walk would be their last normal one. The valley felt peaceful, stretching wide and familiar beneath their feet. But high above, the clouds were already beginning to change. The boy stopped, sensing something different in the air, while his dog waited calmly beside him. The clouds drifted lower than they ever had before, brushing the hills like a silent greeting. The boy took a careful step forward, as if the sky itself had quietly called his name. Before them, a gentle path of clouds began to form, glowing softly in the open air. With trust stronger than fear, the boy reached toward the impossible. Together, the boy and his dog stood between earth and sky, ready to leave the world they knew. The cloud path held firm beneath their feet, warm and steady like solid ground. Each step forward felt lighter, as if the sky itself was carrying them. Below them, the valley softened into mist, slowly slipping away. The higher they climbed, the quieter the world became. The boy paused, amazed by the endless sky surrounding him on all sides. Through the drifting clouds ahead, something new began to appear. A vast island made of clouds floated silently, glowing with gentle light. The boy stepped onto the cloud island, and the dog followed without hesitation. The ground felt alive, shifting softly beneath them with every movement. Standing still, the boy realized they had arrived somewhere meant to be found. The cloud island reshaped itself gently around them, forming hills and paths as if welcoming their steps. Soft cloud figures drifted ahead, guiding them without words. The boy followed, trusting the quiet signs, while his dog stayed close. Slowly, the guiding shapes faded, leaving only open sky and silence. Ahead, the clouds grew thinner, less certain, as the island stretched toward emptiness. A narrow cloud path formed over the open sky, trembling softly. The boy hesitated, feeling the height beneath him, but the dog stood steady. Together, they stepped onto the fragile path, careful and calm. The island behind them began to feel far away. When the clouds vanished behind their backs, there was no way to return. The cloud path shook beneath them as the wind whispered through the open sky. The boy focused on each step, moving forward with quiet determination. Beside him, the dog placed every paw with steady trust. A sudden gust pulled pieces of cloud away, opening the space below. Light cracked through the path beneath their feet, glowing and fragile. They reached firmer clouds just as the way behind them fell apart. The boy looked back at the empty sky, realizing how far they had come. Ahead, a soft glow pulsed gently, calling them forward. The boy and his dog walked toward the light, clouds shifting beneath them. As they drew closer, the glow brightened and the sky seemed to hold its breath. The air grew heavy as the light surrounded them, pressing gently from every side. The cloud island began to tremble, its glow flickering like an uncertain heartbeat. Cracks of light spread across the clouds, rising and falling with silent force. The dog leaned closer, sensing danger, while the boy kept his eyes on the glowing core. Slowly, the boy reached out, guided by instinct rather than thought. The moment his hand touched the light, the island responded. Soft images formed in the clouds around them, drifting like half-remembered dreams. Scenes of laughter, wonder, and forgotten moments shimmered in the air. The boy understood then that the island was built from memories left behind. As the light dimmed, the island began to lose its balance. The boy stood calmly as the clouds trembled, listening instead of reacting. The glowing core slowed, as if responding to his steady breath. Warm light washed over his eyes, changing how he saw the world. Within the clouds, shapes of wind, grass, and light came together briefly. The boy placed a hand on his chest, understanding the gift he was given. He stepped back from the light, choosing to return home. The island steadied itself, its glow settling into balance. A wide cloud path opened gently, leading downward through the sky. Behind them, the island shone calmly, complete once more. Together, the boy and his dog began their journey back. The clouds carried them gently downward, slow and careful. Below, the familiar valley emerged through the thinning mist. Hills and paths sharpened into view as they drifted closer to the ground. Their feet touched grass once more, solid and welcoming. The boy stood quietly as the clouds rose back into the sky. Sunlight spread evenly across the valley, as peaceful as before. The boy began to walk again, slower now, with thoughtful steps. He paused to feel the wind move through the grass. Small details caught his attention, things he had never noticed before. Beside him, the dog followed, steady and content. From that day on, the boy moved through the valley with new care. He listened to the wind as if it carried quiet meaning. The smallest movements felt alive beneath his notice. The dog stayed close, matching every gentle pause. Together, they walked familiar paths as if seeing them for the first time. Nothing around them had changed, yet everything felt wider. The boy no longer searched the sky for answers. He found them in the world right in front of him. The dog wagged its tail softly, sharing the calm joy. Side by side, they continued forward, unafraid. As evening settled in, the valley softened beneath the fading light. Stars appeared quietly, watching over the hills and drifting clouds. That night, the boy slept deeply, his dog curled nearby. In his dreams, the cloud island floated calmly, whole and bright. Morning returned with gentle light across the grass. The boy stepped outside, breathing in the fresh air. High above, the clouds drifted peacefully, distant and kind. The boy looked up once, smiling without longing. The dog stood ready beside him, tail lifted in quiet trust. Together, they walked into the day ahead. Days passed, and the valley carried on as it always had. But the boy listened more closely to the world around him. Light, wind, and movement revealed small wonders everywhere. The dog stayed close, just as it always had. Together, they explored the valley with new eyes. The sky above felt wider, calmer, and full of promise. The boy understood that wonder never truly disappears. It simply waits to be noticed. Hand in paw, they stepped forward into their tomorrow. And far above, the clouds drifted on, remembering them too.